Bicyclist was killed early this morning on Brodie Lane, just south of Slaughter Lane. It happened around 6:30, just before the sun came up. 55-year-old Stephen Gurney died at the scene after a crash involving a pickup truck on the northbound side of Brodie. The driver of the truck did stop and was not charged at the scene. Police are still investigating the circumstances surrounding this crash. Austin has added bike lanes and other measures to help cyclists and drivers share the road. But KXAN's Chris Sadeghi spoke today to one civil attorney who specializes with cyclist cases. He believes things are only getting more dangerous.
But it definitely was up against your truck.
That's what they said.
Tuesday's deadly crash happened quite literally in Mario Pineda's driveway.
My biggest complaint to the city has been we don't have a sidewalk here.
There's a sidewalk on the other side, but he says it's too dangerous to cross, and the shoulders aren't big enough for him to walk.
There's a grocery store up the street where I can go to the store, but I have to get in my car and drive down there to get there safely.
There are green markings on the road and also here in the grass at the crash site. If you look at this stretch of Brodie, the shoulders are small on the side of the road, but the lanes are wide enough to where an attorney said this type of crash should never happen.
See how wide those lanes are?
Attorney Brad Houston follows these crashes with interest. He's an avid cyclist and represents many in court.
Interface between bicycles and motor vehicles is really getting worse.
He says many drivers don't look at bicycles like they would another vehicle, but they should.
The rule of law in Texas is that bicycles have the same rights and duties as a motor vehicle.
But cyclists have duties as well, including a required white light mounted on the front and a red light or reflector on the rear. Still, Brad says careless drivers often don't face criminal charges.
They're not going to put people in jail for just being careless. They have to be more than careless for the conduct to rise to a level of a crime.
Chris Sadeghi, KXAN News.
At last check, Austin police were still investigating if that cyclist had the required safety lights on his bicycle.